Keep Adulthood Live, your number one source for long-lasting, fast-acting, physician-approved adultitis relief.
Yes, on this month's show, we're talking about Oreo cookies, the power of googly eyes, and becoming successful by building a talent stack.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you all tonight. Greetings and salutations. This episode is brought to you by people like Heidi Kalsdorf, Mary Beth Updike, and Dick and Linda Todd. Their membership in the Wonder and Whimsy Society supports us in this work to fight adultitis. Thank you, guys.
Yes, and if you'd like to annihilate the adultitis in your life, learn more about the Wonder and Whimsy Society, or just be among the in the know to know when our newest offerings are here. Oh, I am rusty.
Yeah, it's been a month.
Become an insider at escapeadulthood.com/subscribe. Happy Wednesday, you guys. What a crew.
By the way,
cheers.
Kim brought this. What's the significance?
Excuse me. Significance? Well, a year ago, off by a day, of course. That's how years go. But a year ago tonight, we toasted. I had a gray wig. You had the cutest little suspenders. No, we were celebrating our 99th show, and you guys kind of know the rest of the story. My Whimsy Wednesday was kind of about that this morning. But yeah, I kind of felt like we needed to cheers to getting through this year and to rising above and elevating as we did at the summit. But yeah, cheers again.
Cheers. Yeah, it's been a year. It's been a long road, but things are pretty good.
And the weather is clear tonight, you guys. Woohoo!
Well, for us, our well wishes to our friends a little bit more north who are dealing with some of the fires and smoke and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of terrible.
Thank you for your cheers, Angela and Brenda. And yes, and we're celebrating everything, Martha. So
yes,
but we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah. So hopefully this will be an up show for some of you who are having a tough day with the smoke or just having a rough Wednesday. It's hump day. So let's kick adultitis to the curb.
Yes.
Wanted to talk about something fun that we did this weekend. We had our first Wonder and Whimsy Society field trip of the year, and we went to Schaumburg, Illinois.
Oh man, it was. If you guys have maybe heard of medieval times, if some of you on the comments tonight were there with us. It was a hoot, wasn't it?
It was.
Oh,
It's
man.
been quite some time since we'd been there, and it was a pretty good group. I've got a few pictures here. A pretty good group of us that were able to make it. We cheered on the Yellow Knight.
The Yellow Knight,
who was pretty awesome until he turned kind of evil at the end. But here we are cheering on our guy. And then he kind of besmirched the queen.
Yeah, downtown Julie Brown and I were next to each other, and all of a sudden we kind of looked at each other and we're like, is he turning bad? And we're like, now what do we do? Do we cheer the bad guy? I don't know. Yes, we did. I mean, it felt awkward.
We were required to.
We had the yellow hats.
One of my favorite parts is the servers. They have like a cute name for all of the foods. We had baby dragon was the chicken.
Yes.
And dragon scales and someone on the blue people were next to us, and someone was asking for lemonade, and the server said, "Oh, you're drinking the blood of your opponent, I see." So what they didn't know is it wasn't blood. You know what I'm saying?
Oh. Nasty.
Had some good times.
Rich, when I went, I got my hand slapped for being too rowdy.
Wow, I didn't know that would be a thing.
Well, I mean, you do get a little excited. Yes.
All ages represented for the Wonder and Whimsy Society.
It was so nice to see so many people again, meet a few new people, like introduce one another. People have only, seen each other in the league and online and that sort of thing. So can you see the Falconer there by Karen?
Yeah, that's right.
That's pretty
We
epic.
tried to recruit our server to be a member of the Wonder and Whimsy Society, so we'll see how that goes. We brought official coasters, and they announced it over the loudspeaker. Welcome to the Wonder and Whimsy Society.
And we cheered so loud. You guys would have been so proud. Yeah.
Our night was like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
So it was pretty rad. And here is our dream team, the Escape Adulthood staff. We got a fun picture here at the end.
Rachel and Jenna.
Kind of kicked off a kind of a fun couple days with the four of us too.
They came home back here to Sheboygan with us. We had a nice little annual retreat that we've been doing the last couple years. And yeah, it was a nice opportunity to dive deep into a lot of what we're going to be talking about tonight. There's a lot on the horizon, especially for Wonder and Whimsy Society. So we won't go into that as much tonight, but we've got some cool things coming up.
Well, one of those things is Wonder Night. And that was the thing that we got a chance to do together was tour the space again and kind of get a little bit deeper into where everything is going to go and how it's all going to set up. And I got to tell you guys, we've already sold more tickets. This is the biggest Wonder Night yet. We have more people coming to this one than we've ever had. And we're getting close to capacity already. Yes. So if you're thinking about joining us in Sheboygan, we would love to have you. It's September 29th. It's a Friday night. It's a chance to get all dressed up, gussied up. I'm going to be revealing some brand new, never before seen paintings. Kim is actually going to be sharing some of her photography and the stories behind that. We have a really nice dinner.
This is like one of the best places to eat in town. The restaurant's downstairs, the event space is upstairs. The chef is, top of the line. So it's going to be a really special night. Being in the space with Rachel and Jenna really started to make it real. So I'm getting pretty excited.
Looking forward to that. So check it out at wondernight.com. Just a reminder to Wonder and Whimsy Society members, we'll be doing an after party like usual after the show. So check it out on Zoom after the show. We'll do that. But I am, you know Braveheart, where he dies at the end and he kind of knows he goes for it. You know those sacrificial movies like what's the other one? Rogue One, the Star Wars one.
I know.
Yeah, right. Well, Braveheart's only been on for 30 years. Sorry, folks.
This weekend. Come on.
Also, you may know Rogue One is another one where there's kind of a sad sacrificial ending. Well, I thought it'd be kind of fun to do a Team Jason, Team Kim, and I already know I'm going to be annihilated.
So like you're going down.
I already know this is not a 50-50
kamikaze mission or what?
But I feel strongly in this.
Okay.
And I really just want to see who's with me on this. All right. So as Kim said at the top of the show, we're talking about Oreos. That's one of our topics tonight. And I want to know, what's your favorite Oreo?
Jason had me go out and buy today.
Would you rather
the yellow
have
and the chocolate?
Now, of course, we'll talk about this later. There are many different flavors of Oreo, but we're just going to stick with the golden, which are the best, obviously, and the standard chocolate regular Oreo. Sweet. We did not talk about this.
No,
Am I correct in assuming that you're right? That yours is the standard.
Standard. In fact, double stuff. If you're getting specific, I'm not going to go thin. We have to have as much of the white stuff, but we're not going to go into that. Is it just the chocolate versus the yellow? What is yellow again? I don't even know. Golden.
Yes.
Golden. Yeah, whatever.
This is what I have to deal with, you guys. So
this is going to be, I think you're right. I have a feeling that
I don't know if we even need to look. Okay, Julianne, you didn't need to say ew with the golden. All right. That's fine if you like the chocolate. Come on. Help me out.
You know what you have going against you is all of our childhoods, because we didn't have golden as an option. That was like a different cookie. That was like the cookie that you wished was an Oreo. Right? Is that true? The Goldens weren't around, were they?
I don't know when they came around, but Anne, thank you. Golden for sure. Rich, Team Kim. Angela, I knew I liked you for a reason. Team Jason.
That's the reason.
Kara, dead to me.
Oh, man.
No, I'm kidding. I know. We're
Corey,
up against it. Jennifer Tackett is another one who has seen the light.
Double stuff. Me and Paul, we're gonna get
Christy
as much of that white
is a
stuff.
Team Jason.
Walter,
Walt. It's not even. It's like we're not even related.
Mary Beth. Yeah. See, there's a little bit of our childhoods where very little beats just a chocolate Oreo, classic chocolate Oreo and milk. I mean. Yes, the Hydrox nut. Is that what it is? Hydrox knockoffs.
Stay tuned, Bill. If you think you know history, you don't even know. All right.
You're going
to
teach
talk
us
about Hydrox, okay?
Nicholas.
Helen
Nick,
says, at least
yeah.
you won't be drawn and quartered alive like the Wallace from Braveheart. Well, that's remains to be seen, I suppose.
Remains to be
Tracy,
seen.
chocolate.
Yeah.
Jeff says Jason is objectively right here. And
Wow.
Jeff has that engineering mind, if I recall, which means he's right. He's thought it through.
Engineers are always right. I bet the some people might disagree with you.
A lot
on
of
that
people
one,
weighing in on double stuff, right?
Goldens are gross, says Scott. I know. He was our Adultitis Fighters of the month recently.
Jenna's my golden on the team. I appreciate that.
Oh, man.
Paul says gold are mutants. All right, well that seems harsh.
Oh,
but,
Shauna, good to see you. I love the answer there. That's pretty creative.
Kimson. Wow, she's very.
Or just Jim. People call us Jim sometimes, if that helps. Yep.
You are right, Bill. Hydrox did come first. It is kind of weird.
He is the history buff, isn't he?
All right. Well, Julie, thank you for that.
This is great.
Yeah.
Pathetic attempt to imitate Oreos, Barbara. Oh, I know. There's something about the Oreo like formula.
You're going to want to stay tuned on that one. You're going to want to stay tuned. All right. All right. So good. that was kind of fun. It wasn't as bad of a blowout as I thought.
I think it was.
Clearly the standard is preferred. Double stuff is very popular.
Yes.
Can't complain.
I actually saw today, I think it was called Mega Stuffed. And I sat there for far too long trying to compare the pictures.
We're gonna talk about that.
Okay,
actually.
Is Mega bigger?
And by the way, double stuff is false advertising. So there's a little teaser for you.
That's what I bought.
Another teaser. Is that what this is?
Yeah.
No, that's double stuff. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you got the.
No, I didn't get the Mega. I didn't know what was going on.
We're gonna talk about that in a little bit, but another teaser. We have a super huge announcement to make right now.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
You guys, it's happening.
The pre-order is now live for Must Be Nice, your guide to growing beyond the compare game. Super excited about this. I have not had a book be released in 4 years.
What have you been doing? What has your life been the last 4 years?
I've been designing another book.
Oh.
And pandemic stuff, but this,
I guess
this is pretty exciting. So we are opening up pre-orders now, and we've got some pretty amazing bonuses for people who pre-order. So basically, let me tell you first of all, this book is basically for anyone who is tired of playing the compare game. All right, we all feel it. We're on social media. Everyone's just living their best life. And you're, like struggling in the day-to-day, things aren't working out. Your white socks turn red because they got mixed in with something red. Everyone else is going on cooler vacations than you. Their houses are bigger than you. Their retirement fund is bigger than you. They got a promotion before you did. Their kids are cuter than yours. All of it. It's all.
Admit that.
No, probably not. But it's easy to get trapped into the compare game. So what do we do about it? And that's why I wrote this book, because believe it or not, I fall into this as well, both as a speaker and as an artist and as a human being. It's really easy to see all the good things going on with other people and think, what about me, right?
Yeah.
And the other part of this book is it's sort of like a pep talk to remind you of all of the amazing things there are about you, okay? And it's kind of like one of those things that we talked about. This book has a lot of interesting things going on where the pandemic sort of like upended everything, right? And a lot of us are wondering like, what's next? Maybe our jobs got switched or changed or whatever. And this is the kind of book for if you're in a spot in your life where you're wondering what's next. So that could be graduated. You just graduated. You're now in the real world. It could be that your career is going along pretty good, but it's leaning up against the wrong wall, that corporate ladder, right? It could be that you are just retired or about to retire, and you're trying to figure out, this is great that I get to retire, but now what am I supposed to do? So if you can relate to any of those things, this is the book for you, right? still in the process of putting the touches on the design of it, and it'll be going to print very soon. What thoughts do you have on this one, Kim?
I have to say this book was written for this time. And I know, we didn't even actually, it's kind of just one of those meant to be things, kind of like how Wonder Hunt came out right after our storm. We're kind of seeing this book has been in the works for a while, but now that we're kind of seeing what our clients and our tribe members and our fellow Adultitis Fighters, you guys are telling us you're going through, we're like, whoa, this is the right book. This is the book for the times. We all are kind of just looking for, maybe a little bit more clarity on who we are and how that shapes where we go next. And I think this book does that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And like I said, for the pre-order stage, we have some pretty cool bonuses if you leap now. So
Jump.
we have the apple and orange bundle. And if you buy 2 copies, you get, it's like, kind of like one for you and one for a friend. There is a really cool little pocket gratitude journal to record your happy moments. The happy moments are one of the things that I talk about in the book. Talked about it in the past in the Insider. But it's kind of like a little neat pocket size thing where you can keep track of your happiest moments throughout the week. I literally just got a notice on my phone that someone already bought 5 copies. It looks
Kate,
like
because Jonathan just said "boom, Kate," and
yes.
I don't really know why. So yay, Kate!
So you get the 2 books, you get the two journals and 2 stickers. Plus, we're gonna do a special book launch party live stream that'll be separate than EA
awesome.
Live. It's gonna be private just for people who get the book. So that's one option. The next option we call the high five. That's if you buy 5 copies of the book, you will get all of the stuff. You'll get 5 little notebooks, 5 stickers, and you'll get a limited edition Must Be Nice mini print that will not be it's currently not available anywhere except through this pre-order.
Nice.
Let's see. How about the Super Fan? This is 20 copies. Oh, by the way, if you buy 5 copies, you get a discount. The books are only $15 a piece instead of 20. If you buy 20 copies, we call that the Super Fan.
I love this.
You get all of the stuff I've already mentioned. You literally get 20 little notebooks, 20 stickers.
Which makes for great gifts.
It is. And you get this custom-made Must Be Nice gratitude jar. Again, kind of a neat way to record your happy moments. All right, then we have the highest level available. And there's only 10 of these available. It's the Art Patron level, and it's 60 copies. And if you do this, I'm only offering this to 10 people. I will do a custom original watercolor painting of my choice. It's going to be like the apple and orange. It's not like a commission, but it's going to be an original mini print with the theme of the Must Be Nice book. So,
nice.
And then of course you can just buy 1 copy, which we love. If you buy 1 copy, that is huge, and you will also get a link to that book launch party as well.
Everybody gets to come to the book launch party if you pre-order.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's going to be cool. I think, we're kind of hearing people saying like, wow, this actually could work really good for my team at work. And there is a keynote that complements it. And Jason's got quite a few booked for the year ahead. So it's pretty exciting to see clients jumping on this. We have been talking about Must Be Nice for over a decade, as Mary reminds us in the comments that she has a mug that has Must Be Nice printed on it from over a decade ago. So it's kind of neat to see something kind of come full circle for the right time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bill's wondering when it will be released. That's a good question. It's tentative right now, but probably late summer is what we're looking at for the official release. And again, these little goodies are only available until the book launches, and then after that, it'll just be normal
book sales.
Book sales. So if you think any of these things are kind of cool, of course, it means a lot to us to get a good start on this book and spread the word. That means a lot. So we really appreciate you jumping in and your eagerness at the beginning here. So next thing is the monologue, and I'm excited because the monologue is actually taken from the book.
Okay.
So part of the book I took an excerpt and made it
Sweet.
into this monologue. So,
And I haven't seen it yet because we've been kind of running in different circles the last 48 hours. So I'm going to grab my Oreo and my milk and watch it with you guys.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
sometimes people look at successes I've had and say, must be nice, as if they happen by magic. What they don't often see is the framework that helped enable that success. Unfortunately, it's a framework anyone can develop. We often assume that in order to be successful, we need to be great at one thing. And that can work. See LeBron James, for example. But that path is extremely difficult and unlikely. The truth is, you only need to be pretty good at a handful of ordinary skills. You just need to build a talent stack. Scott Adams, the creator of the comic strip Dilbert, popularized this concept, which states that you can ensure success by assembling a stack of 2 or more complementary skills and be in the top 25% or so in each. Do that and you'll be unstoppable. In this case, he readily admits he's not the best artist, the most skilled writer, or the savviest business expert. But his unique combination of those skill sets has contributed to his success as a cartoonist. Now, my own talent stack began with a few crayons. Artist was my first and is my longest lasting identity. I've always enjoyed it. I got praise for it, so I'm sure that made me want to keep doing it. In high school, I had a chance to take a creative writing class, which I enjoyed exponentially more than my math classes. I kept honing that skill, which eventually became an indispensable part of my talent stack. In college, I gave a talk as a leader on a retreat and received great reviews. Even though I'm naturally shy, I enjoyed the process of crafting stories in spoken form. It was like creative writing, but delivered out loud. And to the surprise of me, my parents, and the high school speech teacher who gave me a C, public speaking emerged as the primary driver of our business. I went from giving cartooning workshops in schools to speaking at churches to keynoting conferences for associations and corporations all over the place. Now, it took me a few years to realize that these 3 talents, art, writing, and speaking, were not separate skills that operated independently, but part of a talent stack that, when used in harmony, became even more powerful. I'm not the best artist in the world, or the best writer, or the best speaker, but I'm pretty good at all 3. And that combination has been the secret sauce of my success. Once I was introduced to talent stacking, I eagerly looked for complementary skills to add. By devouring hundreds of marketing books and through the school of trial and error, I've achieved the equivalent of an MBA in marketing. Am I the best marketer in the world? No, but I easily fall into the top 25%. Kim and I went on several organized retreats in college. That background gave us a foundation to build on when we started hosting our own events. After putting on numerous meetups, workshops, book tours, fundraising galas, and Escape Adulthood summits over the past 2 decades, we've gotten pretty good at managing logistics and creating experiences that move people. And most recently, we used the pandemic as an opportunity to get good at live streaming, which added a whole new dimension to our business. Drip by drip, these new skills made the other skills even more valuable and ushered in greater success. Of course, your talent stack will look different from mine, but the premise is the same. Start with natural strengths and abilities and work to make them better. Think about how they can work together in unexpected ways, even if they seem unrelated. Everyone in your industry probably competes on many of the same skills, but what do you have that's different? Oftentimes, the magic lies in a skill or interest that seems to come out of left field. For instance, many professional speakers are also writers, but my artistic gifts and whimsical childlike perspective allow me to offer something extraordinary. This isn't just about what you were born with either. Look for other skills you can attain that complement and enrich the others. This might involve a traditional degree or certification, but it can also be done by reading books, listening to podcasts, taking courses online or at your local community college, or practicing in public every day, like we did with our pandemic project of live streaming. If you're stuck, here are some evergreen choices that will help. You could add presentation skills, technology skills, foreign language skills, sales or marketing skills, writing skills, business management skills, nunchuck skills. Okay, only Napoleon Dynamite fans will get that last one.
I don't even have any good skills.
What do you mean?
You know, like nunchuck skills, bow hunting skills, computer hacking skills. Girls only want boyfriends who have great skills.
But just remember, you don't have to turn yourself into the foremost expert on any of these skills. Just be in the top 25%. Said another way, in a world of around 8 billion people, you only need to be among the top 2 billion. If 100,000 people live in your city, you just have to be in the top 25,000.
Aren't you pretty good at drawing like animals and warriors and stuff?
Yes. Probably the best that I know of.
In other words, pretty good is good enough. Keep in mind that this is a lifelong project. If you're doing it right, meaning you stay curious and keep growing, your talent stack will continue to evolve and strengthen throughout your career and life. One last word of warning, however. When you have a decent stack of 3 to 5 skills going, you can count on someone, somewhere, observing what you've been able to accomplish and saying, must be nice.
Must be
Got
nice.
a good laugh out of you at the end.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good. I realize I don't really have computer hacking skills or any of the skills, but I do have enough skills that
You've got
stack up pretty good.
Got some pretty good skills. Well, speaking of that, the skills, the mini print, the art behind me, the talent stack. I created this artwork specifically for the Must Be Nice book, but because it's the featured art tonight, it's also a featured mini print,
Yay.
but only for about 2 weeks. So this is a limited edition
Oh man, you guys.
mini print. Probably if you put it up closer to the camera, it'll focus in more.
Let's see. Oh yeah, because it's like
There you go.
fuzzy there. Oh, there you go.
So
It's
this
so
is in
cute.
our acrylic block frame that people seem to really like.
Mhm.
Yeah, so this is available right now on our lemonade stand, the Talent Stack mini print. We had someone that came in, a friend of ours a couple weeks ago, that said Lego and Oreo are his 2 favorite things. So that one works out pretty good. So check that out. And now we have a studio sneak peek that's kind of fun. So what you may not know and think about very much, because why would you, is how do you get this from here to here? And I have a little insight to part of that process in our studio sneak peek. Welcome. I wanted to share a little bit of the process of after the painting is done, which is kind of its own, not my favorite part of the process, but an important and necessary part. So this is the finished painting here. It is 16 by 16 inches for this particular one. And if it is more like 12 by 12 or a little bit under, what I need to do is I need to get an image of that then I can use to make prints out of, or stickers, or anything else I want. So if it's a smaller image, I can usually use my larger scanner here. But that really only accommodates 12 by 12 as the max. And so if it's bigger than that, I need to actually take a photograph of it. And so back in the day when we lived in Madison, I was able to, I had a company that I worked with that I would just drop them off and they would do it. And it was great, but also a little bit expensive. And so once we moved to Sheboygan, where there weren't as many resources, I had to figure it out on my own. And so I have been doing that. So last night I had to wait until it was pitch black in the basement because I can't have any outside light. Sometime I'll show you the setup of how I do that. But let's just pretend, which actually happened, is I actually have the images in my camera. And the thing is that I have to take them in pieces, because if I just take one picture and fit it all in the frame, it's not going to be as many pixels as I need. So it'll actually end up smaller than 16 by 16, which is what this is. So I'll bring this into my computer. One of my favorite parts about this is Photoshop now has a very cool feature where you can merge things together. So this is automate. I'm going to automate it, and then I'm going to photo merge. And then what I have to do is I have to find the two images on my computer here, wherever. Oh, I put them in raw paintings. Yeah. Actually, no, I put them here. Okay, so I've got, these are the two pieces. So you can see here, this is the bottom piece, and this is the top piece. And again, I need to take them in pieces so I can get more visual information with the camera. However, that leaves me with two pieces, not one painting. So what's kind of cool is I just take both of these pieces, open them up here, and then I have it set to be automatic, blend images together. Literally all I have to do is push OK, and you'll see how this works. It brings them in, and over here in the corner, there's stuff happening, and voila, it blended it together. And I used to be where I would have to do this by hand, where I'd have to put both images in, and then I'd have to kind of like blend them and work with the opacity, and it was a disaster. So this pretty much does puts it together. Now the next step from here would be I have to straighten it out a little bit, and then I have to do the color correction to make sure that the colors are precisely the way that they actually look in real life, because the camera, no matter how good of a camera you have or how good of lighting you have, it's always going to be a little bit off. So just wanted to show you this little magical piece. You have no idea the first day that I figured out how to do this, how happy I was, especially with some of my bigger paintings where I might have 6 or 8 chunks going together. So this is a bit of a lifesaver. So that was fun. A little studio sneak peek there. Well, we've got a great meme. I like this one a lot. They should call double stuffed Oreos and regular ones diet Oreos. Doesn't that seem like that's appropriate?
Yes.
Okay, well, for the Adultitis Fighter tip of the month, this comes from last month's secret mission for Wonder and Whimsy Society members. They received a postcard in the mail that looks like this. And it's got a secret let's see, there you go. It's got a secret message that you have to unscramble with the secret members only code, and then it gives you a challenge. And the challenge this last month is It's Alive, and we gave everyone, all the members, googly eyes, and your job was to find something broken and put the googly eyes on it to make it alive.
Enhance
right? A little bit like Frankenstein, a little bit, right?
Alive.
So I took the lead on this one. I kind of let myself get carried away. So our dishwasher is currently just on its last legs.
It's hanging on. It's hanging on.
Any day could be the last load that it gives. But one of the upper rack has broken, so we tried to jimmy rig that thing together. And so I put the googly eyes on the rack, which that's the one Ginny has been looking all over the house trying to find.
She'll never find it because she's not going to be looking, putting anything in the dishwasher.
She's wanting hints and hints. Well, then it was kind of fun. There's something about this, like googly eyes. They just I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Yeah. And so I kind of went around the house.
Our coffee maker.
Coffee maker now has a little.
He's cute.
Little life to him.
Yeah. Oh,
one of our planters. Yeah, Kelsey's right. Googly eyes make everything better.
I do. It's very simple, isn't it?
And then I went into my studio, and my gumball machine felt like it needed a little.
It almost looks like he's got a little mustache.
Yeah. Well, his nose. Like I thought, like it could be his nose, where you like twist his nose around, and then the place where the gumball comes out, looks like his mouth.
That's
And
pretty
then
good.
this is my easel where I'm currently
Perfect.
working on a painting.
Yeah.
You may recognize that little minifig because he's the very
is
same
he the
minifig
famous
in
minifig?
the image here. So that's the other thing that I assigned Ben. I said, Ben, I need a Lego minifig that looks like he's a construction guy working on something. And
Mhm.
so he built one for me. And I'm working on another painting right now that's going to be at Wonder Night. And I said, Ben, I need like an explorer safari guy.
He's like on it,
Make
on
one
it.
for me,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So I was amazed at how giddy I was just kind of doing this. I this close to having like hundreds of them around the house, but I limited myself. But I wanted to call out a few fellow members. Allison did a great job.
Cool.
I forget. I can't. It's too small for me to read what the leaf says. I think it says I'm a daydream believer. I think it says, and then the little stick says I am Groot. So I know that was
of course
pretty,
it does.
pretty
Yeah.
epic. And of course you don't have to
Broken.
put them on small
Mhm.
things. This is Sharon. They have this big giant. I think it's a filter of some sort for their pool.
Mm.
And they call it the monster because it's large and it costs them $1,200. So they have these monster eyes that they put on there. But it doesn't have to
Adorable.
be inanimate objects either. Christy was a little tired and used googly eyes on herself. So
Love it.
I'm not sure if she would say that she was she was broken, but she was
Wonder-
definitely not at full capacity.
Wonder what her students thought of that. I would
Yes,
love
I'm
it.
sure that was fun.
Yeah.
So, googly eyes are pretty easy to come by, and it's a
Mhm.
pretty easy way to beat
Add
adultitis.
whimsy.
Because not only
Right.
is it fun to do it in the moment, but then every time you see the face, the little googly
Brings
eyes,
it back.
is that reminder that we talk about.
Mhm.
So,
Nice job, you guys.
good job, one and all. Have some fun with that. We're not done with Oreos though.
Oh,
I alluded to this earlier. I've got
yes.
some
We
pretty
gotta
interesting
learn
facts
tonight. Yep.
about Oreos.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I have. Excuse me while I.
You're gonna eat an Oreo while you talk about this?
So what I was thinking about.
Oh man. Legit though, you really just did that.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep, he did.
All right,
Now we
you
gotta
guys.
wait for his mouth to clear. It's
So
kind of
good.
rude to eat in front of everyone.
So good. The Oreo biscuit was first developed and produced by the National Biscuit Company. You know what that's called today? You think about it?
Nabisco.
Yes.
Ah,
I can't
see?
believe it.
See?
Wow.
Mhm. Literally.
They came out in 1912, so they've been with us for a while. Now, here's the interesting thing. Some of you besmirched the name of Hydrox.
Mhm.
Oreos are an imitation of Hydrox. Hydrox came
I
in
wish.
1908, but they far outstripped Hydrox. Oreos outstripped Hydrox in popularity, so much so that many think Hydrox is an imitation of Oreo. Isn't that something?
Yeah. that is
They were actually
interesting.
first, but now everyone thinks of them as the knockoff. What, like, how much does that suck for Hydrox? It's like, you're such a knockoff. It's like, I was
We were
here.
here
I literally
first.
came up with the idea first. That's like the opposite of being a knockoff. But apparently, Nabisco had the better sales
Yeah.
and marketing team.
And taste. I mean, Brenda is right. They're better.
Well, there you go. Better mousetrap, right?
I don't know.
Oreo is the best-selling cookie brand, period, in the United States.
Makes sense.
And as of 2014, the best-selling cookie globally. They're doing very well for themselves. Oreo bakeries make more than 123 tons of cream to fill their perfect cookies.
Nice.
I don't know if that's like a day or
I
a
know,
year. I
that's-
didn't get that
that
little
number
detail,
is
but
kinda
a
vague.
second. It's a second, pretty sure. And here's interesting. The original Oreo cookie, like the not double stuff or mega
Mhm.
stuff, is 29% cream and 71% cookie.
Okay.
Interesting, huh?
Mm-hmm.
They've sold more than 500 billion Oreos,
Hmm.
enough that have existed to wrap around the Earth 381 times.
Whoa.
I always love those little stats, don't you? If all of the Oreos ever manufactured in the world were stacked on top of each other, they would reach the moon and back more than 5 times.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
It's a stairway to heaven. This is interesting. A 2013 study suggests that the fats and sugars in Oreos make this cookie just as addictive as psychoactive drugs. It's like we have to grab another one. Yeah, they're like cocaine. When you joke that they're like crack, they kind of are. Okay, here's where the false advertising comes in.
Okay.
Talked about the double stuff. How much like cream do you think it should have if it's called double stuff? Like,
well, you would think double, but I think Rich earlier, or maybe it was Martha, said it's 1.5 times cream.
It's actually 1.86 times bigger than regular Oreos.
Oh.
So it's not quite double. A little short.
Yeah.
And then mega stuff, which are known to have 3 times the filling, only have 2.68 times the cream in
So I
reality.
should have got mega tonight.
It's like the mega is almost like the double stuff, really.
Right.
Here's interesting. Do you know why they call Oreos Oreos?
No.
No one does.
Okay.
Nabisco has never revealed the meaning of the name. People have some theories, but no one has never officially said where it came from.
Oh, kind of sketchy.
It is a little bit.
Feels
It's like
What are they hiding? What are they
KFC's
hiding?
secret recipe spices. It's like locked in a lockbox somewhere. What the real why they called Oreos Oreos?
I know.
Maybe it's just dumb and they don't. It's like it's better to be a secret. What do you think?
Maybe.
Could
I
be.
don't know. If I was a kid, I would have said they were named after the bird, because that's what I used to call Oreos. You know which word I'm talking about? An Oriole.
We're actually going to see the Oreos this weekend or this
Oreos?
week against the Cubs. Yep.
Uh,
So yeah, that's well, you know that they have different flavors, right? They have
yeah.
kind of limited
Oh yeah.
edition that
I
kind of started
shopped for them
in
today.
the
I am
2000s.
quite
What
aware.
was on the shelf? This
Lemon, birthday cake, some peanut butter. I don't know. I was honed in on the classics, but yeah, I have mixed feelings about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want simple joy.
simple
right?
joy. You
Yeah.
don't need to complicate the joy.
Yeah, like just let me have my joy without making it hard.
Well, in
know.
summer of 2013, they came out with watermelon, which was 2 golden Oreo cookies with watermelon flavored cream filling, and then it just says largely unsuccessful.
Watermelon.
That's all it says. They had key lime pie in 2015 with 2 graham flavored Oreo cookies filled with key lime flavored cream filling.
You seem like you'd like that. Key lime?
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
like that. And the
Mhm.
graham cracker kind of thing.
Mhm.
And then in 2019, they had called the most stuff. And I don't know why is that how this is? Yeah, they spell the stuff with only 1 F.
Oh.
I'm not sure
Oh.
why they're doing that. But I guess that signifies it's not actually the full amount of cream that they claim it to be. It's a little short.
Legally, it's not real stuff.
But in 2019, they came out with the most stuff with just 1 F, which is 4 times the amount of filling,
Oh.
which means it's probably 3.5 times the amount of filling.
What's it called?
The most stuff.
This is getting complicated.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, guys.
And last little tidbit
Mint.
is
Yes.
they actually came out with an Oreo flavor that was the flavor of hot chicken wing,
Okay.
but it's exclusive to China. So you're going to have to
Okay.
get a plane ticket for that one, unfortunately. Hot chicken wing Oreo. Talk about messing up the joy. That's all I got to say about that. So there you go. I bet when you woke up this morning, you had no idea that you're going to learn this much stuff about Oreo cookies.
It's true. I will say that the mint, as Sarah has brought up, compete for me.
Compete.
They compete against the classics pretty well.
Pretty good.
They are pretty good. So, I mean, I know I was hard on the flavors, but mint, I don't know. Mint's maybe it's classic enough of a flavor that you just you don't mind it, It's simple. You don't have to think about it. What's birthday cake gonna be like? I don't know.
It's getting existential up in
Right.
here. All right. Well, let's move on to let's draw. So now that we've worked up an appetite, let's draw. That
All
makes
right,
sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Grab your crayons, colored pencils. Let's draw.
All right. Mints are good. Mints are good.
Okay, you guys, grab your crayons, colored pencil, ballpoint pen on the back of a napkin or a Post-it note. Doesn't matter. Just draw along with me. It's going to be step by step. We're going to draw something really fun tonight. First thing we're going to do is we're going to draw an oval. Okay, so we're going to draw an oval. Put this sort of in the middle to upper third of your drawing. Okay, of your paper. So something about like this.
Oh, what could this be tonight, you guys?
Oh, you don't even know.
I don't even know. This is just hard to imagine.
Okay. Got that? All right.
Yeah.
Now we're going to draw like a half circle. Okay. And we're going to put this right there.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're going to draw another half circle just on the inside of that one. All right. Now we're going to kind of continue this going a little bit like a rainbow here, except we're going to touch the bottom end and then bring up like this, almost like it's like a handle on a purse or something, right?
Okay.
So it's not that full rainbow thing. It's actually squished at the bottom.
You see Kate's guess here?
Eyeball Oreos. All right, and then we're gonna do one more of those. Same
Ooh,
thing.
Boy. Uh-oh. I ran out of room.
It's all right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can just go over that top line.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Oh, must be nice to have the eraser.
Well, you could have gotten a pencil. Okay, now we're
That's
gonna
true.
close this loop down here. Just kind of draw a line there.
Okay.
All right. Now we're going to draw a straight line from here down.
Oh, whoa. All the way? Even
Well,
if my paper's
It
really
doesn't
long?
have to go all the way down. Just
Okay.
you can, yeah. And then do another line on the other side.
Okay.
And then if you have extra room on your paper and you don't want it to be super long, you can just draw another sort of half circle to connect the bottom parts. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here. I'm going to kind of draw a loop or a little line like that. And almost like it's coming in the backside. Another line coming down like that. All right. And then you can draw a line straight down. And another line straight down.
This isn't super clear to me what's going on right
No?
now. I'll be honest.
All right. So this inside little rainbow part, that looks kind of like a rainbow. We're just going to draw little lines across
Okay.
the whole thing like this. Kelsey says, I always have higher hopes that my drawing will work better than it does. Hey,
Love your
does it
optimism,
help
girl.
you? Does it help you to know that I feel the exact same way
Aw.
every time? All right, now the last ridge. So leave the one in the middle clear, but then do the same thing with these little small lines.
Okay.
And if this, if this doesn't turn out exactly how you wanted it to on the first try, once you see it, you can go back and redo it again once you see the whole thing. All right, now we will put a little half circle here, a little half circle here. You're not doing it.
No, I was reading the comments.
Okay. And we'll do a third in the middle. And then we got to draw a couple little hearts.
Aw.
All right. And then you can color it in if you want. And so the way I did this is almost, it's like a glass, like a glass. I don't know how else you would say it.
Like a glass.
Yeah.
made
So
of
if you
glass.
don't like, if you like in your case, what you might
Yeah.
want to do, you see how I'm coloring in the milk?
Yeah.
If you take like a gray color and color in the sides,
Oh,
then it'll make it look like the inside
smart.
is milk, and
Okay.
then you've got this
White
the-
space that looks like
Yeah.
milk. Okay.
Now, what you could do too, if you're drawing this, is you could ignore those inside lines that I'm drawing against right now, these little side ones,
Mhm.
and you could just leave those out, and you could make it a clear or a opaque glass and just color it in
Okay.
whatever you want. Make this a little bit
Oh
bigger.
yeah, that is kind of making it look white. Smart.
Yeah.
Man. Are you gonna make yours golden or better?
I think I'm gonna go with the standard.
Oh, see? I think we converted them, you guys.
Nope.
The brown is too light and black is too dark, isn't it? In the crayon box, anyway. That's interesting.
Maybe it's not so perfect, huh?
I have to say, when we were talking about all the sizes before and how confusing it is with these flavors of Oreos and just keep it simple, Rich Henderson said something to me or something in the comments that makes me wonder if either we had a conversation about this or he just is in my brain. But he said it's kind of like how complicated the Starbucks sizes are.
Yeah.
I do not like the Starbucks sizes. Would you say that is true?
Yeah. Kim just says, I'll have the medium. She's like, I don't give it.
I don't do this. I don't do this because none of it makes sense to me. And I don't want to learn those because
You
I
have adultitis.
No, I just have brains that go to other things. I can't be taking up brain space on the sizes for Starbucks coffee. So, you know,
All right.
it seems like Rich maybe agrees with me. I'm just saying. Yours is looking good. Your color is perfect.
Pretty good.
Yes.
All right. Get my little hearts
Mhm.
in here. Yes, of course, it goes without saying you can draw your little Oreos however you want. You can draw them
Yeah.
golden. You can draw them with the chocolate. You could figure out your version of hot wing chicken, as we discussed, is available in China. I'm just going to go a little bit.
All right, Rich, thanks
Later.
for clearing that up. He said, no, we haven't had a conversation. We're just in each other's brains. And
Well,
he
I'm-
asks
I'd like to apologize for Rich because that's no way to live. I'll say that right now. All right, so
Tracy's
you
with us.
got
Tracy's with
got
us.
yours done there, Kimmy.
Yeah, I think
How's
so.
it look?
I think it's, you know,
There you go.
I'm not too happy with the color, but it's pretty close. Pretty close. That was a fun one.
That's good.
Yeah,
Little,
a unique.
little Oreo being dunked,
Mhm.
and Oreos love that.
They
They love it
do.
when you do that. Okay. Now, of course, we would love for you to share your drawing with us. I want to see your little dunked Oreo, even if it didn't turn out quite how you wanted. Send it to kj@escapeadulthood.com. You may end up on the show. You might even end up in a show 6 months from now, just like Rich with his little
Aw,
Rudolph
this is
buddies
so
here.
cute.
Those are adorable. He
Love
sent
it.
this a while ago, and sometimes you don't have enough room to put everything in every show. So I wanted to pull this out because we're getting close to that
These are
Christmas in
adorable.
July vibe, right? But last time, you might remember, we did do
Oh, yeah.
gummy bears doing push-ups.
Yeah.
And got a good one here from Steven. He did a blue one. And then Kate has a
Oh.
rad orange
Nike
one
swoosh.
with a little headband in there she threw in. And that's what I love, is I love when you like take your little spin and twist on it.
Love
Super, super good.
it.
So
So cute.
please send us your drawings at kj@escapeadulthood.com. We would love to see them. But before we get out of here, we have to give away probably a mini print.
Probably
and
a mini print. Maybe.
half of this Oreo. Can we do that?
That's all that's left. All right, what do we got for tonight? What is something edible you could dip an Oreo into, but wouldn't recommend?
And we're going to give away probably a mini print, right?
Yeah.
We'll do this How about this Oreo mini prime?
That sounds like a good idea.
Look at this. Let's see.
So something edible that you can dip into you could dip an Oreo into.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's like liquid. I was thinking
Doesn't
the
have to be.
opposite. Okay.
There's something you dip an Oreo into. That's edible,
Okay.
but you wouldn't recommend.
Ah.
So not like
So
motor
like
oil.
Pepsi
Yeah.
or something. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
People, I mean,
I had it
people
reversed
are
in my
already,
head. I was
people
thinking
already
of
have
their
it.
dunkers. Okay.
They figured it out
Onion
very
dip.
quickly.
Ah.
Onion dip. Guacamole.
No.
How about pickle juice, says Rachel?
Ah. Yes,
Ranch
okay.
dressing. I was thinking ranch dressing too, Christy.
Oh.
Julie says queso cheese. Julianne says cheese whiz. Lori says whiskey.
Oh, that could
Been that kind of a day, huh,
interesting.
Lori?
That could be interesting.
Rich Martha actually says bean and bacon soup.
That's
Very specific. Jeff says mayo.
Oh no.
Amy says buffalo chicken dip. I've tried it and it's nasty.
Oh.
Thanks for the clarification on that. I would have never guessed. Helen says cough syrup.
Oh, Helen.
Just the whole
This is like
segment here is Kim going.
sacrilegious. Sacrilegious. These are like Oreos, you guys. I know.
Steak
that's the
sauce.
point.
Steak
Oh
sauce.
no.
How about
Worcestershire?
Mary Beth says ketchup, guacamole,
Ketchup?
tuna salad.
Oh,
Kate, cocktail sauce.
nice.
Good one, Angela.
Nice.
Sour cream and onion dip, says
Oh,
Sharon. Kelsey
I do
says
like
hot
that.
sauce. Christy says chocolate milk. That's
I
probably actually pretty
like
good.
Christy's
Throw
idea.
a little
A
ranch in
lot.
there. Tomato soup, says Mary.
Oh,
Cream of
mushroom.
mushroom
Lights, she says. Lights.
David Bate is here. Hey, David.
Hey,
Pickle
David.
juice, says him. And Jennifer says
Cute.
pickle juice. Isn't it weird how people can type things in? You know they were typing them at the exact same time and they're thinking pickle juice, right?
Let's do pickle juice.
Toothpaste.
Oh.
Ketchup again, says Shauna. Mustard, says Lundy. Say Sarah, Pepto-Bismol, she says. Linda, how are you, Linda? Olive oil.
Oh.
Bill says, I have put Oreos on my PB&Js.
Wow.
would try that. I would
That's
try that.
actually epic.
Arby's horsey sauce. I actually like Arby's horsey sauce.
Just for the sake of
Probably
curiosity,
not
I want to
with
know how
Oreos.
old Bill was when he did that because I just want to see how big of an adult
was
he
he,
is. But
was he today years old?
yeah, was he today? Was he 10? Was he like in college? When did this happen, Bill?
David says cottage cheese.
Wow.
Bill actually says, I can't think of anything an Oreo wouldn't improve.
Well, caviar.
Sriracha. Marie says Chick-fil-A sauce.
that's very specific too.
Mhm.
More
We've got barbecue sauce,
toothpaste.
some more cottage cheese. Helen says beer. Wow, I didn't know people would have stuff for this.
Wasabi, soy sauce,
Red wine,
orange
says Lundy.
juice. Oh,
everyone.
I know. Everyone's like, no. It's like
Come
when
on.
you drink orange juice and brush your teeth. Like, not good.
Bill says this was yesterday that he did the
What?
PB&J thing.
No, are you
Uh,
being serious? Would you believe that?
I wouldn't believe
Okay.
it, but of course Kim would. But it could be true. Who knows? But I would definitely believe
Pork?
that you would believe.
Yeah.
Grapefruit juice.
I know. My
good,
teeth
that's
are
good.
hurting also. This is
Salsa.
LOL, I
There
have
you go.
small children. So yeah, I think he did do it yesterday. That's awesome.
Mouthwash. Julianne says, I do not feel so good.
I know.
I don't blame you.
kinda feel
All right, Kim, you
yucky.
gotta pick a winner out of this.
Oh.
Cream corn, says Rachel. They just keep coming. They just keep coming.
This is tough, you guys. Okay, I will pick someone and we will let you know after the show. Good ones, you guys. This was really fun.
Very good.
Yeah, I love
Okay,
it.
well, just a reminder, Must Be Nice. The first book that I have released in 4 years is now available for pre-order. It will be released probably late summer. And we have some amazing bonuses if you pre-order. Some really cool, collectible, fun tools and cool stuff. So please check it out at escapeadulthood.com/mustbenice. Thank you to everyone who already placed orders while the show was live. I appreciate that.
Nice tech savviness,
I
by
know,
the way.
right?
Right?
And thank you to everyone for your support in advance. Wonder and Whimsy Society members, we will be with you shortly after the show.
And
for our
just a
private Zoom.
reminder, I think was it last backstage that we showed up? I showed up with a wig. Did that happen?
Possibly.
Okay. And then we talked about people coming with props or wigs or hats. So if you want to run out and not run to the store, but run to
we're not
your
going to
prop
be that
box.
late. Your prop box, as one has.
And show up with something, surprise us, right? I mean, or you want to run out and make a peanut butter and jelly and put some Oreos on it, whatever it takes.
Whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
Prescription this week is to spend some time identifying your talent stack. I don't know if you've ever heard of this before or thought of it before, but what would be your talent stack? And is there something that you could add to it? Maybe in the next year that you could think about tinkering with, playing around with to help take yourself to the next level or just to make your life a little bit better. So that's a prescription. But that's it for this show. Until next time, Adultitis Fighters.
Shine on, spread whimsy, and be awesome. Here. Chocolate. Oh my gosh. He goes for it.